come to realize that it's impossible for me to operate in today's world without making time for these moments of deep introspection as the world begins to wake up, organizing the inner files of what's just occurred and what's next to come. It's insane to believe that I've lived life carelessly with this constant clutter of my day-to-day life, and yet I complain why I don't have a better understanding of why I'm in the place I am right now. When I was younger, the guys I looked up to, I began to notice they were obsessed with the process of making things more so than the actual result or reward. They had some form of a ritual, man. Some form of instructions to follow to keep them afloat. They were mindful of what they avoided, what could potentially steer them off course. And who's to blame, really? I mean, who wouldn't want to walk in their footsteps to taste the essence of the way of that life? Look, if life's gonna throw any worries your way, might as well let those worries revolve around the very thing you claim you can't live without. But can it be that easy to wake up every day and say, this is what I want and this is what I'll do? To do a little bit of everything and quote unquote have balance? Because all these guys had it, right? I moved out to a city so I could depend more on myself. It was a deliberate leap for change and to really give myself some edge. I guess I had been tired of not fully owning up to what I've been talking about for years. I've been influenced way too much by my surroundings and felt like I hadn't really been thinking for myself.
I don't know if it's ADHD or what it is. I dream to have this perfect routine, this perfect structure within my art and my life, to have balance and actually have it, not talk about it like a broken record with the same conclusion at the end.
Once I figure that out, then I'll be happy, I swear!
But the further I dive into this, the more this has become my life. And in 12 years of making videos and trying to mesh an ordinary way of living in this chaotic circus of a life, the more I begin to wonder if balance even exists.
The cattle have brought, the coyotes are howling. We all
I've been going through it. Yeah, I've been going through it a little bit. I can't seem to find this thing, you know, like I don't have structure in my life. I never had it. I don't think I've ever had it, to be honest with you. And you know, life is good. I can't complain. Life has been absolutely great. But it's just a mess. An absolute mess that I don't feel like I've been able to really hold a grip of, you know, and in some cases maybe that's a good thing. I think you need a little bit of excitement and chaos, but is it all the time? Should it be all the time? Like I don't know. I don't know what it is, you know. Is it ADHD? I can't seem to feel okay. It's this pendulum swing from living a little bit with some fresh air and then a slap out of here and just craziness, like full-on anxiety and constant worry of what the next move is. I don't know. Do I want to find myself in a place where I'm just sweet chilling? Do I think that's possible? Do I feel like it's attainable to do that? And is it worth doing that? Will I actually be happy with this thing that I'm desiring? I'm not really sure.
Hard to figure out is if you want to stick with this thing and do it right, it ain't just gonna be a once in a while kind of deal. And when you're doing something and you just feel a rush and a need to stay locked in on that idea, in that very moment, when those nights come in where you have to stay up in order to get it over with. As cliche as this may sound, you have no other option but to live it, breathe it, and accept your duty of why you're even doing it every day.
And that's what our job is, you know, to experience and then report back to the others.
I still surprise myself at times. I would have thought I would have already given up on having any stability in my life, but how can you when flickers of that reality do appear from time to time? Moments when I truly feel normal and want to feel normal, like many others that seem to be a bit lucky who follow their 9-to-5 routines and are obsessed with bragging about their work-life balance. Ordinary, that's been done time after time, without a doubt, can be comforting. Knowing that there's not as much fear of the possibility of high debt or continuous struggle, being able to have a neat and polished schedule filled with all the safety nets that you can imagine. But once you've had your fair share of that predictability, things begin to feel a bit too mundane.
For one thing, I want you guys to understand
What it's like to figure it out as you go.
We've come a long, long way together, through the hard times and the good. I have
Can't help but begin to get this real thirst to be spontaneous, regardless of your current situation. Bring something to life for those who need to feel understood, to bridge those gaps, evoke those emotions, provoke those thoughts. And when it all begins to click and you see the results, then the game begins to get real addicting. And you begin to crave more. And people that know me still wonder if I truly tune out the world and everything within it. Of course I do. How else do you get anything done? And that's when the idea of forcing yourself to only use what you already have around you becomes to sound way more intriguing again. Realizing that there was only time being wasted when you were thinking about what you could have been making if you had the right tool or the right so-called plan. So you turn to directors, artists you admire. You reflect on their struggles, the experiences, the journeys they undertook to become who they are now. You contemplate on the stories that have been told and the methods they employed, and even with the limited resources and how they managed to conjure up imagery, voices, color, and sounds that have etched themselves into our collective consciousness. Deep desire for connection to culture. You can wallow in self-pity, consumed by the chaos that engulfs you. Or you can work with the absence of structure and turn it into your own damn canvas, where you embrace the need to express yourself.